My dear friends, we are here to discuss how you can create the life of your dreams. But before we delve into this topic, I want you to understand that what I'm about to share with you is not mere theory or wishful thinking. It is the very foundation of reality itself. The secret of creation that has been hidden in plain sight for millennia. You see, the world you perceive around you, the circumstances of your life, the experiences you encounter daily, all of these are but outpicturings of your own consciousness. Your consciousness is God, the only creative power in the universe. And this God is not some external deity residing in the heavens, but the very I am within you. You are that creative power, the divine imagination which shapes and molds the substance of your reality. Now, I know this might sound fantastical to some of you. You might be thinking, Neville, if I am this all-powerful creator, why is my life not perfect? Why do I face challenges and hardships? And to that I say, it is because you have not yet fully awakened to your true nature. You've been living in a state of sleep, accepting the world of shadows as reality, forgetting that you are the dreamer who can change the dream at will. Creating the life of your dreams begins with a fundamental shift to your understanding of reality. You must grasp, not intellectually, but knowingly, that your imagination creates reality. Whatever you assume to be true, whatever you feel to be real, whatever you live in your imagination, that is what will be made manifest in your world. This is the law, immutable and inexorable. Let me share with you a simple yet powerful technique to begin shaping your reality. It's called living in the end. To create the life of your dreams, you must first imagine that you already have it. You must enter into the feeling of the wish fulfilled. If your dream is to be wealthy, you must feel the satisfaction and security of wealth. If your dream is to be in a loving relationship, you must feel the love and companionship as if it were already yours. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine a scene that would imply your desire is already fulfilled. See it clearly in your mind's eye. Now here's the crucial part. Feel it. Feel the joy, the satisfaction, the gratitude of having your desire realized. Make it so real that when you open your eyes, the world around you seems dull in comparison to the vivid reality you've just experienced in your imagination. This, my friends, is the secret of creation. God's name is I Am, and every time you say I Am, you are invoking the creative power of the universe. So be careful with your I Am statements. When you say, I am poor, I am sick, I am unlucky, you are decreeing these states into existence. Instead, align your I am with your desires. Say, I am wealthy, I am healthy, I am fortunate, and feel the truth of these statements in your imagination. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Neville, I've tried positive thinking before and it didn't work. To that, I say, positive thinking alone is not enough. You must combine your thoughts with feeling, with the conviction of reality. Your subconscious mind, which is the creator of your circumstances, does not understand the difference between what you vividly imagine and what you actually experience in the outer world. It takes the impressions you offer it to your imaginal acts and works faithfully to bring them into your physical reality. Remember, the Bible tells us, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Note that it says in his heart, not just in his mind. This points to the importance of feeling, of emotional intensity in your imaginal acts. Your feeling is your prayer, and that prayer is always answered. Let me give you an example to illustrate this principle. Suppose you desire financial abundance. Instead of focusing on your current lack of money or worrying about bills, you would imagine a scene that implies your financial wishes are fulfilled. Perhaps you'd imagine yourself looking at a bank statement with a balance that delights you. See the numbers clearly. Feel the joy, the relief, the excitement of having that money. Feel the texture of the paper in your hands. Hear the rustle as you hold it. Smell the crisp scent of the newly printed statement. Engage all your senses to make this imaginal act as vivid and as real as possible. Now here's where many people falter. They do this exercise once or twice and then go back to their habitual thinking and feeling of lack. But remember, creation is finished. All possible states already exist. Your job is not to create your desire anew, but to occupy the state of its fulfillments so completely that it becomes your new reality. So, you must persist in your imaginal act. You must live from the end consistently, persistently, until it hardens into fact. When you lie down to sleep at night, instead of revisiting the worries and frustrations of your day, enter into the scene of your wish fulfilled. Float off to sleep in the consciousness of being the person you want to be, having what you want to have, doing what you want to do. This practice of sleeping in the assumption of the wish fulfilled is incredibly powerful. You see, sleep is a natural form of trance, where your conscious, rational mind is subdued, and your subconscious is more receptive to impressions. By falling asleep in the state of your wish fulfilled, you are programming your subconscious to align your outer world with this new inner conviction. Now, let's address a common concern. Many of you might be wondering, how long will it take for my desire to manifest? And to that I say, time is a construct of your human consciousness. In the realm of creation, there is only the eternal now. Your desire is already fulfilled in what we might call the fourth dimensional reality. Your consistent assumption and feeling of the wish fulfilled is what brings it into your three-dimensional experience. The bridge of incidents that leads to the fulfillment of your desire will form naturally and automatically. You need not concern yourself with the how. Your only task is to persist in the assumption that your desire is already fulfilled. The infinite intelligence of your subconscious mind will take care of the how, rearranging people, circumstances, and events to align with your new self-concept. Let me share with you a powerful truth. You are already the person you want to be. You are already living the life of your dreams. It exists now, in the realm of infinite possibilities. Your job is to tune into that frequency, to align your consciousness with that reality, and to live from that state consistently. Think of it like this. Imagine a radio with infinite stations. Each station represents a different state of being, a different version of your life. Right now, you might be tuned into the station of lack, or struggle, or unfulfillment. But with a simple twist of the dial, a shift in your consciousness, you can tune into the station where your desires are already fulfilled. This is why it's so crucial to watch your mental diet. The thoughts you consistently think, the inner conversations you habitually entertain, the assumptions you hold about yourself and the world. These are the dial that tunes you into different stations of reality. So guard your mind carefully. Be selective about the thoughts you entertain, the words you speak, the feelings you cultivate. Now, I want to address something that often trips people up on this journey of conscious creation. It's the appearance of things in your outer world that seem to contradict your desire. Remember this, the outer world is a shadow, a reflection of past thoughts and assumptions. When you begin to change your inner world, there might be a time lag before the outer world catches up. During this time, you must not waver in your assumption. If you've imagined financial abundance, but your bank account still shows lack, do not be discouraged. If you've imagined perfect health, but symptoms still persist, do not lose faith. These are old shadows lagging behind your new consciousness. They have no power except that which you give them through your attention and belief. Instead of reacting to these shadows, persist in your new assumption. When confronted with contradictory evidence in the outer world, simply say to yourself, "This is an old shadow. It is passing away. I am now wealthy, I am now healthy," and continue to live from the state of your wish fulfilled. This takes practice and persistence. You are breaking lifelong habits of thought and perception. You are overriding years, perhaps decades, of contrary evidence and limiting beliefs. But remember, you are the operating power. You are the one who gives life to your assumptions. As you persist in your new assumption, as you consistently occupy the state of your wish fulfilled, your outer world has no choice but to conform. Let's delve deeper into the nature of your true self. For this understanding is crucial in creating the life of your dreams. You are not your body. You are not your circumstances. You are not your past experiences or future expectations. You are pure awareness, pure consciousness. You are the observer, the perceiver, the I am at the center of all your experiences. This I am is infinite and eternal. It is the God presence within you, the creator of all that is. When you say I am, you are invoking this creative power. And whatever follows I am becomes your reality. This is why it's so important to be mindful of your I am statements. Instead of saying I am tired, say I am energized. Instead of I am broke, say I am abundantly supplied. Instead of I am lonely, say I am deeply loved and connected. And as you make these statements, feel their truth. Your feeling is your faith. And according to your faith, is it done unto you? Now some of you might be thinking, but Neville, isn't this lying to myself? These statements don't match my current reality. And to that I say, you are not lying to yourself. You are acknowledging a higher truth. You are aligning yourself with a version of you that already exists in the realm of infinite possibility. Remember, what you see in your outer world is not the truth. It is a shadow, a reflection of your past thoughts and assumptions. By changing your I am statements, by living from the end, you are casting a new shadow. You are tuning into a new frequency of reality. This practice requires a suspension of disbelief. You must be willing to temporarily ignore the evidence of your senses and live as though your desire is already fulfilled. This is what faith is all about. Faith is not belief in spite of evidence, but the evidence of things not seen. Let me share with you a powerful technique to strengthen your faith and accelerate your manifestations. It's called revision. At the end of each day, before you go to sleep, revisit the events of your day in your imagination. But instead of replaying them as they occurred, revise them. See them playing out in a way that aligns with your desires. If you had a disagreement with someone, replay the scene in your mind, but this time, see it resolving harmoniously. If you receive bad news, revise it to good news. If you missed an opportunity, see yourself seizing it successfully. This practice does more than just make you feel better. It actually goes back and changes the seed of those events in your consciousness, which in turn changes their future implications. You see, time is not a straight line as we perceive it in our three-dimensional experience. From the viewpoint of your fourth-dimensional self, all time is simultaneous. The past, present, and future exist now. By revising the past in your imagination, you are literally changing the trajectory of your life. This might seem impossible from a logical standpoint, but remember, logic is based on our limited three-dimensional perception. In the realm of consciousness, in the realm of creation, all things are possible. Your imagination is not bound by the constraints of physical reality. In your imagination, you can be, do, or have anything you desire. Now let's address another crucial aspect of creating the life of your dreams: detachment. Many people, when they begin to apply these principles, become anxious and impatient for results. They constantly look for signs that their desire is manifesting. They worry when things don't change immediately. This anxiety and attachment actually push their desire further away. You must learn to detach from the outcome. This doesn't mean you don't care about your desire. It means you are so confident in its fulfillment that you don't need to constantly check for results. You live in the calm assurance that what you have imagined must come to pass. Think of, when you plant a seed in the ground, you don't dig it up every day to see if it's growing. You water it, you ensure it gets sunlight, and then you leave it alone, trusting in the natural process of growth. Creating the life of your dreams works the same way. You plant the seed in your subconscious through your imaginal act, you nurture it with your consistent assumption, and then you allow it to grow in its own time and way. This detachment comes from a deep understanding that you are not separate from your desire. You are not trying to get something you lack. You are simply aligning with a version of you that already has what you desire. From this perspective, there's nothing to be anxious about, nothing to doubt, nothing to fear. Let's now explore the concept of states. Every desire you have represents a state of consciousness. If you desire wealth, there is a state of consciousness called wealth. If you desire a loving relationship, there is a state of consciousness called being in a loving relationship. Your job is not to make these states real. They already exist. Your job is to occupy these states in your imagination until they become your reality. You can think of these states as rooms in a grand mansion. Right now, you might be occupying the room of lack, or loneliness, or ill health. But at any moment, you can choose to walk out of that room and into the room of abundance, love, or perfect health. How do you do this? By changing your inner conversation, by altering your mental diet, by living from the assumption that you're already the person you want to be. This is why it's so important to mind your inner talk. Your self-talk is the narrator of your life story. If your inner voice is constantly affirming lack, limitation, and failure, that's the story you'll live out. But when you consciously choose to change your inner dialogue to one of abundance, success, and fulfillment, you begin to shift into those states of consciousness. Now, I want to address something that often comes up when people begin to apply these principles. They worry that by focusing on their own desires, they're being selfish or ignoring the needs of others. But remember this, you cannot give what you do not have. By creating the life of your dreams, by becoming the best version of yourself, you put yourself in a position to help others more effectively. Moreover, as you raise your own consciousness, as you tune into higher frequencies of love, abundance, and joy, you automatically uplift those around you. Your vibration affects everyone you come into contact with. By creating the life of your dreams, you're not just serving yourself, you're serving the world. Let's delve deeper into the nature of desire itself. Every desire you have is God's way of telling you what's possible for you. Your desires are not random or meaningless. They are divine impulses, seeds of potential planted in your consciousness by the infinite intelligence of the universe. When you feel a strong desire for something, be it a material possession, a relationship, a career achievement, or a state of being, know that the very existence of that desire is proof of its possibility. The infinite would not plant a desire in your heart without also providing the means for its fulfillment. This understanding should fill you with confidence and excitement. Your desires are not pipe dreams or fantasies. They are previews of coming attractions. They are glimpses of what's possible for you, invitations to expand into greater versions of yourself. So instead of feeling frustrated by unfulfilled desires, be grateful for them. See them as signposts pointing you towards your highest potential. Embrace them as the voice of God within you, calling you towards your greatest life. Now let's address a common misconception about the law of assumption. Some people believe that if they just think positive thoughts, their life will magically transform overnight. While positive thinking is certainly beneficial, it's not the whole picture. The law of assumption goes much deeper than mere positive thinking. When I speak of assuming the state of your wish fulfilled, I'm talking about a complete embodiment of that state. It's not just about thinking you are wealthy, but feeling wealthy, acting wealthy, perceiving the world as a wealthy person would. It's about aligning your entire being, your thoughts, feelings, actions, and perceptions, with the version of you that already has what you desire. This level of assumption requires practice and persistence. It's not always easy, especially when your current circumstances seem to contradict your desire. But remember, circumstances don't matter. Only state of consciousness matters. Your state of consciousness is the cause. Circumstances are the effect. So how do you maintain this state of consciousness when the outer world seems to contradict it? The key is to cultivate an unshakable faith in the reality of your imaginal acts. You must become so convinced of the reality of your imagination that the outer world becomes like a shadow in comparison. This faith comes from understanding the true nature of reality. What you see in the outer world is not the truth. It is a projection, a shadow cast by your consciousness. As you change your consciousness, the projection must change. It has no choice. This is law. Let me give you a practical exercise to strengthen your faith and deepen your understanding of this principle. Tonight, before you go to sleep, choose a small, simple desire. Perhaps it's to receive a compliment, or to see a specific type of flower, or to have a pleasant interaction with a stranger. Imagine a scene that implies this desire is fulfilled. See it clearly, feel it is real. Now, as you go about your day tomorrow, Watch for the fulfillment of this desire when it comes to pass, and it will recognize it as the result of your imaginal act. This practice of consciously manifesting small desires will build your faith in the creative power of your imagination. As you see these small manifestations occur, you'll gain the confidence to apply this principle to larger desires. Remember, the same law that brings a flower into your experience can bring a fortune. The only difference is in your ability to accept it as possible. As we conclude our discussion on creating the life of your dreams, I want to emphasize that this is not a one-time event, but a continuous process of growth and expansion. Your desires will evolve as you evolve. As you manifest one dream, new dreams will arise. This is the nature of life, constant expansion, constant becoming. Embrace this journey. See each desire as an opportunity to know yourself more deeply, to express more fully the infinite potential within you. Finally, remember that you are not alone in this journey. The entire universe is conspiring to support your growth and expansion. Trust in the perfect unfolding of your life. Know that as you align your consciousness with your desires, as you live from the state of your wish fulfilled, all of creation moves to bring your dreams into reality. You are the author of your life story. Write it beautifully, live it fully, and watch and wonder as the life of your dreams unfolds before you. The power is within you. Use it wisely, use it lovingly, and create a life that inspires not only you, but all those around you.